Today on the Scran line, I'm going to show you guys how to make my delicious coffee nut banana bread. Now, this is the perfect way to use those overripe bananas sitting in your kitchen right now. This recipe is super delicious, super easy, and I'm going to show you just how easy right now. Now, this recipe is the perfect way to use up overripe bananas. So I have some bananas which desperately need to be used up. So this is what you're looking for, like really spotty bananas. If you don't have overripe bananas, you can just pop like regular bananas that are not spotty in the microwave. 10 seconds, you don't want them to explode, and you're good to go. Now with these bananas, we want to give them a bit of a head start. So I'm going to pop one in a bowl at a time, and I'm going to use a fork to mash these up. You don't have to be too precious about like how mashed they are, because like a little bit of chunks in there is okay. You get a little bit of like bite into a little bit of banana when you're having your banana bread. So that's why using a fork is perfect. All right, let's set these aside, and I've got another mixing bowl here. Now, over on my stove, I've had some butter which is melting, and we're just gonna pour that into this bowl along with some brown sugar. And we're just gonna give this a whisk to combine it. Now, to that, we're gonna add our eggs and give it a whisk. And we're gonna be adding a 1/4 cup of milk, and we're gonna whisk that in until it's all combined. Over here, I have a coffee shot from my coffee machine, but you can just mix a teaspoon of espresso powder with some boiling water. Now, we're gonna be adding this in here. It is optional, but banana bread is like the perfect accompaniment with your morning coffee. And I feel like this kind of teams with the theme and complements that morning coffee. So we're adding it in there, and we're also gonna add a good splash of vanilla extract. All right, to that, we're gonna add our flour, some cinnamon, which goes perfectly always with banana anything. We're gonna be adding some baking soda, and of course some salt for some extra flavor. Whisk, whisk, whisk. The very last thing you wanna add is your pecans. Now, if you don't wanna use pecans, you could use walnuts. That would be really, really good with this recipe. But I really love the flavor of pecans, so I'm just gonna mix those in there until everything is evenly combined. Set that aside, and I'm gonna show you how to prepare our baking tin. So we have a loaf baking tin here. I've just cut out some baking paper to have it ready. And the other thing I have is these little clips. So they're little, I don't know what they're called. They're just called clips. I've got them on Amazon. These are not coated with anything, and that's really important. You don't want these to be coated with like any plastics or anything, because then they're kind of toxic with the heat. So what these do is they hold your baking paper in place so it doesn't fly around in the oven and then land on top of your wet batter. So I find these to be really, really handy and a great thing to have in your kitchen. We just want to lightly grease our loaf tin and drop your baking paper in there. We're going to clip the sides. Let's pour our delicious batter into our cake tin, and we just want to spread it out nice and evenly. And I've got an extra banana here. I'm just going to slice up, and we're just going to lay that on top of our banana bread just for a little decoration. We're going to top this with some pecans. This beauty is going to go in the oven for 50 minutes on 175 degrees Celsius, that's 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Once it's finished baking, let it cool down completely. We're going to come back, slice it up and taste it. Now guys, if you bake this and then leave it and like 24 hours later before you actually serve it, it goes even more moist. So let me just quickly slice into this. Look at how gorgeous that is. It is so beautiful and moist, and it smells absolutely amazing. You know what I really, really love about this? Not just the bananas, because I love bananas, but the little pecans in the center or scattered throughout the cake. They're so yum to bite into. It just adds a little bit of texture. If you want to try this recipe, and trust me guys, you definitely want to try it. If you've got overripe bananas sitting in the kitchen, best way to use them up. Description box below is where you're going to find the recipe so you can make it yourself, and then tag me on social media with your lovely photos because I'd love to see them. Before I finish up today, I want to quickly remind you to hit the like button. It's easy, it's free, and it helps YouTube spread this video out to even more people and grow the channel. Creators like me depend on growth on this platform, and you guys can help by hitting the like button. I've got a delicious pumpkin bread recipe over there. Click on that. It's really yummy. Up above that is the subscription button. Click on that and subscribe. While you're there, hit the little bell icon so that, I don't know why I keep on doing this. Hit the little bell icon so that you're notified as soon as there's a new video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed being in my kitchen with me, and I'll see you all on the next episode of the Scran Line. Bye.